The title of the poem is I Am. I am Muhammad Ali Jinnah's tuberculosis bone marrow. I am Iqbal's dream in search of actualization. I am Radcliffe's maneuvered move. I am native speaker of Punjabi and Sindhi and Balochi and Pashto and Brahmi and Balti and Brochaski and Kashmiri and many more. I am a dead political activist for Urdu and a living poet and fiction writer of Urdu and English. I am the one that was two, the two deformed into one, the one that is four, the four that is five, no, perhaps six, the six that are many, the many that are one, struggling to stay one, despite all the nearest and furthest explicit and concealed attempts at my vivisection. I am the mujahid, the passionate, the misguided, the misused, the brainwashed, the manipulated. I am the fundamentalist killing my brethren who are exercising the fundamentals with pride and faith. I am the terrorist with body full of wounds of terrorism. I am a dead body bloated in floods, and I am also waterless rivers. I am the one dying for lack of dams, and I am also the one raising slogans against dams. I don't know why. I am a daily newspaper of 2 decades with a consistent headline of an intermittent breaking news of so many dead in a bomb blast, or so many shot after recognition in Balochistan, or from Balochistan to Punjab, or through Balochistan to Iran, so many dead in blasting funeral, or in a masjid, or in an Imam Barga, or in a church. I am the alive being butchered by the alive for the dead. I am the one murdered by a Muslim uncircumcised. I am the load shedding of 18 hours a day, and I am also the stealer of gas and electricity. I am the 5th last country in caretaking of the aged. I am the loser of 71,000 children to pneumonia every year, and I am the 3rd in the world in this regard. I am also 1 lakh people massacred by the occupying forces, by one of the greatest democracies of the world. I am 10,000 women raped and dishonored by one of the greatest democracies of the world, and not even mentioned by the media on the World's Day for Women. I am the dishonored women who get 1 day out of 365, and that too find insignificant space in comparison with half-dressed women of the occupying state. I am the suppressed one fighting for freedom, waiting for the realization of the UN resolutions. I am night without morning. I am the night of 71 years on 14 August 2018. I am the night still extending from 14 August 2018. I am a dream wandering astray in search of realization, wandering at the tangent from the circle of possibilities. I am the indebted fucked by the favors of my benefactors. I am the boat vandalized mercilessly by the boatmen. The poem is incomplete, and oh my people, complete it please. Read the poem carefully and write down 10 more lines to describe what you feel, to express your anguish. Make them couplets or whatever you can, whatever you can. There is no binding of any sort of form or content or thought. Even 10 lines are just a suggestion. There can also be 100 lines or 1,000 or 10,000. Or it can be a prose passage or simply 1 line, like I could not pay my fee, had to discontinue and then become a plumber for the rest of my life, and so on and so forth and so on and so forth, till we transform our plight into an epic for the generations to come. I am addressing you, O my people, excluding those who cannot feel with you and me, for you and me, because they live on us, not with us. There are hardly 200 families, and 200 multiplied by say 100, there are almost 20,000 people. And if their marriages into billionaires, and of the billionaires into them approximates to say 1 crore or even 2 crore, we are 20 crore or perhaps 25 crore, despite all the suicide attacks, all the bomb blasts, all the road accidents, all the drones, all the sectarian maneuverings, all the clashes, all the famines, all the earthquakes, all the floods and all the diseases and all the underfeedings. O my 20 crore people, write down one line each and we shall compose the longest epic of the world history. Don't be restrained by any bindings of rhyme and rhythm and meter and stanza and canto. And if you can't write a line, write down a single word or phrase. This is how you can put it. For example, hunger, cancer, unemployment, 1 meal missed, 2 meals missed, 10 meals missed, 100 meals missed. I don't remember how many meals missed. 200% increase in bill with 200% decrease in electricity. Couldn't pay my bill. Polio, dengue, road accidents, hepatitis, dirty water, the son murdered, the daughter raped, my son abducted, na malum afraad, my brother a missing person, flood, lost my house, bomb blast, lost my limbs, lost my ma, lost my papa, lost my son, my house demolished, lost my land to the mafia. 14 years and my worthy judges have been still unable to decide the case of my son's murder. My 5 acres have gone to the lawyer and my case is still pending. Legs crippled because of polio. My daughter, the sole earner of the family, died in fighting on polio vaccination team. Or she raped and then she suicide. My 3 sons were shot dead by well-known Namalum Afraad, and I am anxiously waiting for death, tantalizing me day in, day out. And so on and so forth, and so on and so forth. And those who cannot write can put their thumb impression on the paper with grease or soil. And oh my dear, if you are fresh from a drone attack or a blast and are still bleeding, hold a second. And before you get your bandage, take some blood of yours. Take some blood of yours, whatsoever be its composition, whether it is rich or poor in hemoglobin, howsoever deficient in salts, whatsoever number and percentage of the germs of hepatitis and diabetes, and whether your blood is transfusionable or not, whatever be the composition and health of your blood, if you have a thumb, dip your thumb in it and put a thumb impression on your paper. I hope that soon a machine would be invented that can decipher from the blood all the miseries one has gone through, and then our epic would grow still longer. And if you don't have a thumb, whether it is blown or blasted in a suicide attack or in a drone attack, simply raise your head towards the sky and raise a long sigh. And the energy, I'm sure, would not go waste. It would be transformed into a word or a sentence or a stanza or a canto and be added to our epic. And let me tell you, it's a primary epic, not a secondary one. It has been transferring from generation to generation, from 1857 to Jallianwala Bagh, from 23rd of March 1940 to 14th August 1947, from democracy to dictatorship, from dictatorship to dictatorship, from dictatorship to democracy, from democracy to democracy, from dictatorial democracy to democratic dictatorship, from budget to budget and from plan to plan, from grandparents to grandchildren, from grandmothers to granddaughters. I'm leaving 2 pages blank for my 20 crore people to write down all you want to tell the world, all you want to tell the world. You may attach as many pages as you need to have your say,